Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Enoch generation, a generation that walks with God. So, in the last two episodes, we were listening to Preethi Daniel and how the love of God was propelling her to do all that she has been doing in her life. Now we'll move on to her, and we would ask her as to how the family that God gave her propelled her into being who she is today. So, Preethi, it's nice to have you again with us in the studios, and I always know there is, somebody behind you, and that is the secret for your success. Well, we would like to know where and when you met Daniel and how the whole thing, the Lord orchestrated the whole thing and built up your family.
Sure, Auntie. So when we started our, when my parents started looking for an alliance, I always used to have a feeling that I am very dark and I don't know how everyone is going to reject me. Somewhere down deep inside, I used to feel that. So when my parents started seeing for alliance, we saw a profile came and we saw that, and it was my husband Daniel's photo, and he was very fair, and I was pretty sure that they are going to say a no. So I just said, okay, we'll see later. It's okay for me, but I don't know what they'll say. And then, but everyone in my family said, no, this is the person. We could feel that. And when they came and met me, and on that first day, we progressed so far that on our first meet, they decided the wedding date. It was very quick.
So you decided it or the family decided it?
The family decided. So he immediately said yes, and it was very much shocking. So, and I knew that, okay, God has kept this. And he also had his own version saying that he decided that he'll only see one girl and he'll say, okay, whomever it may be. But if he's going to come and see the girl, it should only be the girl whom God showed. So that was his conviction. And it all happened, and we got married. And it actually,
so you were the blessed
journey.
Girl.
Yes, absolutely, Auntie. I'll just go anywhere and say I'm blessed. Yeah.
So that's how it happened, and that's how you got married.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Then see, because you've come from a family who was propelled by the love of Christ, and you've been exhibiting His love in different ways, and you've been tuned to it. So how did you find it when you got married to Daniel, and was there any change in anything, or how was he propelling you?
When I got married, I was first thinking, because by passion I've been doing few things like showing love and all these things, but I was thinking, I don't know how marriage is going to change my life. We don't know how the other person is. But to my shock, and according to God's plan, it perfectly knitted that he was actually well ahead of me in showing love and compassion.
Wow.
So that was the power of how God actually united us. We saw very common likes and passion. When it comes to passion, we were very similar. Actually, as a person, I'm very different and he's totally different, because he's natural. He speaks well. He does things, and I'm not like that. I'm quite reserved. I don't know. We both differed in characters, but this passion was what brought us together much closer. Whatever things that I wished to do, he wished to do. He always wanted to show love. His way of showing love was on a larger scale. Wherever he goes, he exhibited that. And then we live in this generation. I was just looking at his Facebook account as to what kind of person, and I was shocked that he put pictures in orphanages, in old age homes and all, and I was very excited. And that is how our journey began. So when we got married, and we say a lot of vows in the church, in the chapel. But after wedding, that very night, we held our hands together and prayed, and we made few promises with each other, like how we'll continue to passionately serve the Lord through love, and that is how we began our journey.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So certain decisions we made with regards to marriage life. We decided that whatever there will be disagreements, there will be, because we are two different individuals. So, but we decided that whatever disagreements or difference in opinions that we have, we should ensure that everything is sorted out before that night.
Wow, that's
We,
wonderful.
yes, we are. No, we've been married for close to 11 years, but I don't remember even a day when we have gone to bed with disagreements in our heart. We definitely ensure that we sort it out right there. Though we are outside, we come home, we'll speak out, and then we hit bed. So
So
that
that's
is
a very beautiful decision you've taken because, see, as you said, two individuals, and that too in our system of an arranged marriage where you really don't know who the other person is, taking such a decision where you will, come to an agreement about the things you disagree with before the sun sets is a very wonderful decision that you've taken because this doesn't involve just one, it involves both of you.
yes,
And
yes,
both of you together have taken such a wonderful decision and you're keeping it for the 11 years. I really bless you that this will continue on. And it's a beautiful teaching. I think viewers will really learn something out of this because until two of you agree, it is very difficult,
Yes.
for the Lord to operate through the two of you.
definitely, auntie.
So
yes.
that's why now I see the secret to your success.
Yes.
Yeah, so you made those decisions and then?
Yes. So we believe that whatever promise that we make it in the presence of the Lord. So He watches over us.
Amen.
So it may be simple, like just like a thing, in death do I part, and with life or whatever sorrows
Because
or
generally
happiness.
it's like
yeah.
the pastor says it and you
We
just
just
repeat
tell.
it. And at that point of time, you don't even know
don't
what you're
even-
saying.
yes, exactly.
You're more nervous than anything else.
True.
You don't even know whether you're saying the right thing or not.
Yeah, absolutely. So we ensure that when we are really in our mind, let us do some conscious decisions. So that is how it all began, and we actually in Indian weddings, it is not two individuals getting married; it is
It's
two
two
families
families,
getting
right?
married. So when we got married, and the way that I was brought up, the way they grew up, it was very very different. But at all cost, we've always seen that God has actually sandwiched us with His love. So that is how,
Amen.
because that is how two different people can come together.
It's like like poles repel and unlike poles
Yes,
attract.
absolutely. So that is exactly how we began, and with this showing love and exhibiting love, it was deep inside both of us. So we started doing in small uh, ways where we go to elderly citizens' homes. We sit and talk with them. We just don't do anything. We just sit and spend time with them. They have all kind of stories, but that is how we did. And going and sitting in orphanages, playing with the children, and showing that love which they had lost in their childhood. That is what we started doing. And then that is how, when we started moving forward, we started leading an organization called NGO called as You Are Loved. So that actually aims to tell people that they are simply loved unconditionally. So that is what we wanted to tell them. So through that, we started working with government school children, their parents and their entire families, and destitute women, transgender community, commercial sex workers, physically and mentally challenged people. All of them we started to actually, with all our projects and with all those initiatives that we take, it'll be focusing on them. So that is how we started doing. And now it is almost 6 years since being with You Are Loved, and we have seen so many lives being transformed.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes. So
But I think love can transform any life because that's what people are lacking in this world right now. No, so feeling so unloved, unwanted,
Yes.
lost, lonely. That's how most of them are. So much of hurt and pain on the inside, and you look at them on the outside, they look, like
they're
they have it
happy.
all.
Yeah.
But it's only the love of Christ that shows us what they lack. And that love can transform any life.
Yes.
It's so beautiful to listen to these stories. And but have you had any opposition when you were working with You Are Loved? Or
No, auntie, not like that. But when we started being, leading You Are Loved, we've always had like-minded friends who have journeyed with us. So it is because of them that we were able to do things on a larger scale, because we're just two of them, but when we started doing, we saw there are so many like-minded people, kind of tribe of people who wanted to do, but there should be someone so that they can do along. So that is how we found so
Okay,
many
so you've
people.
got a whole group, a
Yes,
whole
yes,
community
auntie.
helping
Yes,
you right now.
absolutely. They are our school friends, our college friends, our colleagues. No, wherever we go, we were actually very shocked to see the heart that they have, and we were happy that we are all able to sail in the same boat, propelling towards something that something that the world needs. The world needs that. So everyone
Because
we
the undercurrent is, what the world lacks is love.
yes, yes.
And when you really exhibit the love of Christ, I think that's the most
just-
amazing thing that you're actually doing.
So showing that care
And
to
that
the
too, when
uncared.
you move with this one-to-one, I
Yes.
really think you will be enjoying watching the lives transform.
Yes, yes,
So I
absolutely.
just
Auntie
wonder
said-
sometimes, we get so excited about lives transformed, how much would heaven rejoice?
Amen. Yes,
It's very
auntie.
true.
Yes, because that is what the Lord said. Whatever you do to the least of your brethren, you do it to me. So definitely, such things as how happy we are, definitely our Heavenly Father will also be happy about it.
Amen.
So
And
we
it's so
rejoice with
beautiful
it.
to see both of you journeying together in this, having the same passion and zeal for the Lord. It's really nice. And so now I've seen you, uh, there receiving a lot of awards and things like that. So how did all that happen?
So that again is we have never seen no our efforts bringing them, definitely, because most of the awards are full of surprises.
Okay.
I used to double check. Are you very sure that you wanted to call us? No,
Well, if we could, we would also give you one.
so that is how it is always.
If our award has any value, at least.
Obviously, auntie, it has so much value. So everything is actually full of surprises because we know for sure that we have never worked anything up to that. When we see our the fellow people who come and get along, they're all big shots. They have done something, and what really did we do? That is a $1,000,000 question that we have always had. But that is how the Lord wished to recognize. That is what we see that, because definitely through what we did not we did not feel ourselves worthy to receive that. It's not out of humility. It is actually plain truth. We have never seen ourselves there.
Maybe you never had a focus upon, achieving
Yes.
and all that. Your focus was in giving love
Yes.
and transforming lives. So
True,
when
true,
you are sincere in that little that God has given you, He does His part, He rewards you. And that's an Abrahamic blessing, He blesses you, makes your name great, and you become a blessing to multitudes. So I can really see that in your journey, because I see you receiving award after award, and I'm really happy and elated when I see that, because the job that you are doing is not something which every heart would move to do it. God has literally planted His love inside of you, and only that love can make you do what you're doing today. And you're doing it so sincerely, not expecting anything in return. So God is a rich rewarder. He is no man's debtor. So we can see Him rewarding you through and through, and it's awesome. The journey is awesome. And what are you planning to do next in this journey? Have you got any plans or anything else that you want to be executed?
Plans in the sense we just wish to take forward this to the communities that are not touched, especially the transgender community, where we always have a heart for them because predominantly they are into no, asking for money and in commercial sex. That is what has been their predominant journey. So we wanted to actually do something for them, wanted to change their lives, help them know Christ, help them know that real love they have been longing for from their childhood. And also to the other people, like we work with the government school children. So we wanted to work with them more, that we really make a difference from their roots. So that is what we've been aiming for, so that the little hearts that get healed, they actually bring a lot to their generation. That is how generations can be touched. So in the future, we actually will continue to be doing this, but we wanted to all that we wish is that love to reach so deeply that there's no one in this world that feels that I'm not cared or I'm not loved. So this is what we aim for. This is what we long for actually. So this is our future plan, just to touch the lives of people where we show care to the uncared, love to the unloved, and hope to the hopeless. So that is what we long for, and that is what we wanted to give to the society, to the nation, and to the world.
That's an awesome journey that you have in front of you. And now you're working only in Chennai, is it?
Yes, Auntie.
Do you have any idea of, enlarging your territories, your boundaries to entire Tamil Nadu or to entire India or internationally?
Yeah, Auntie. Actually, now we are based in Chennai, but our we have been serving across India now, because even when this COVID pandemic came, we are based in Chennai, but we were able to touch the lives of people. We were able to cater the needs of people across India.
Okay.
So when this pandemic came, we know that people were not able to go outside. They were not able to fetch their daily needs. So this was all happening, but we started fetching their daily needs. But then we realized that the need was much bigger than what exactly we think of. So we actually thought we'll give them some dry ration kits to them,
Okay.
so that they can cook and they can, because people are all they lost their jobs and they're at home, they didn't know what to do. So that is how we began, and we started giving dry rations, and sooner than we realized, we have given it to 12,000 plus families.
Wow.
Which we never thought. It was all because of the friends and well-wishers who were with us, who believed in us. They gave us, they offered whatever they have, and we were able to touch the lives. And the beneficiaries were across India.
Okay.
So we were able to help the sisters from the Mumbai red light area, where we were able to give them dry rations, to the transgender community out there, and somewhere in the down south in Tirunelveli and Erode, we were able to spread. So we are just in Chennai, but things happened during this COVID pandemic. We literally saw us doing across India.
So I really bless you, Preethi, that your journey will continue, and you, along with Daniel, would not just shake the nation, but nations with the love of Christ. And we would love to see lives touched and lives transformed. So viewers, you've been listening to Preethi Daniel, and you've been seeing her wonderful journey and how her husband Daniel joined in hand, and together they are shaking the nations for the Lord. So when you and I are filled with the love of Christ, we are just called to exhibit that love, and that love transforms lives. That love touches people, and that love brings great joy not only to us, but great rejoicing in heaven as well. So till we meet in the next episode, it's a goodbye and God bless.
என் கர்த்தரை நம்பிடுவே, என் தேவனை சார்ந்திடுவே, அவரின் பின்னே நான் செல்லுவே, என்றென்றுமே நான் தங்குவே, அவரின் நிழலிலே. ஓ இன்பமிதே, என்றுமே ஆனந்தம், என்றுமே பேரின்பம். என் கர்த்தரை நம்பிடுவே, என் வழி தப்பி விலகி சென்றேனே, வாஞ்சித்ததே திரும்பி செய்தேனே. பாதைகள் எல்லாம் இருளாய் மாறியதே, என் வாழ்க்கையும் நிலையற்றதா மாறியதே. என் கர்த்தரை நம்பிடுதே, என் தேவனே சார்ந்திடுதே. சமாதானமும் விலகிச் சென்றதே, சந்தோஷமும் விட்டு அகன்றதே. சிந்தைகள் எல்லாம் கசப்பாய் மாறியதே, நிம்மதியின்றி பெருமையானதே. என் கர்த்தரை நம்பிடுவே, என் தேவனை சார்ந்திடுவே. அவரின் பின்னே நான் செல்லுவே, என்றென்றுமே நான் தங்குவே. அவரின் நிழலிலே இன்பமிதே, என்றுமே ஆனந்தம், என்றுமே தெரிந்து என் கர்த்தர்